Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more details videos. Coco Gauff and boyfriend Jalen Sera enjoy a canoe date and unexpected gator encounter in Florida. After a shock early exit from Wimbledon, Coco Gauff enjoyed a much-needed break with her boyfriend Jalen Sera. The couple gave fans a rare peek into their downtime, sharing snippets from a peaceful canoe ride at sunset, complete with an unexpected encounter with the Florida alligator. Gauff enjoys serene escape ahead of busy hardcourt season. Gauff is currently in the middle of her transition from the grass courts of Wimbledon to the North American hardcourt swing. After a disappointing first-round exit at SW19 after losing to Ukraine's Diana Yastremska, Gauff is using the brief window between tournaments to relax, reset, and spend quality time with her loved ones before gearing up for a packed summer schedule that includes WTA 1000 events in Montreal and Cincinnati. As part of her downtime, Gauff headed outdoors to enjoy a peaceful evening paddling with Sera. The couple's quiet adventure took a playful turn when Gauff unexpectedly spotted a gator nearby. Far from panicking, she chose to document the moment with her sense of humor. Sharing a snapshot to her Instagram stories, she posted a photo of the surrounding water and captioned it, "Out here with the gators." In another slide, Gauff shared a beautiful image of the Florida sunset glowing over the lake, as well as a shot of herself canoeing and then diving into the lake. Sera, too, gave fans a glimpse of their adventure, uploading a photo of his own on his Instagram stories, featuring him navigating the waters with a paddle in hand. Gauff wins ESPY award for second year in a row. Gauff earned her second consecutive ESPY for Best Tennis Player, highlighting a dominant year that included her second Grand Slam title. The 33rd ESPY Awards, held on July 16, 2025, at LA's Dolby Theater, featured stars like Simone Biles and Suni Lee. Hosted by Shane Gillis, the night saw Gauff emerge as a top honoree in tennis. Since winning the award in 2024, Gauff has captured the China Open, the WTA Finals in Riyadh, and lifted the 2025 French Open trophy. She also reached the Australian Open quarterfinals and was a finalist in Madrid and Rome. Though she exited Wimbledon early, her season has been exceptional. On X, she reacted, "Woke up to me winning another ESPY. Aw, thank you. Coco Gauff and boyfriend Jalen Sera enjoy a canoe date and unexpected gator encounter in Florida. The late afternoon Florida sun shimmered like melted gold on the surface of the lake, casting dancing reflections across the water and through the canopy of cypress trees. It was one of those tranquil days where the world seemed to take a deep breath. For Coco Gauff, the 21-year-old tennis sensation, and her boyfriend, Jalen Sera, it was the perfect escape from the constant whirlwind of tournaments, interviews, and training sessions. Jalen, a rising media studies major with a penchant for photography and a calm demeanor that perfectly balanced Coco's competitive fire, had planned a surprise date deep in the Florida wilderness. He knew she loved the water, its serenity, its rhythm, and he'd spent days scouting the perfect spot. What he hadn't planned for, however, was the wild twist their day would take, the paddle into peace. With rented paddles in hand and life jackets strapped tight, the couple pushed off from the weathered wooden dock. The canoe wobbled as they settled in, Coco at the bow, Jalen steering from astern. A GoPro perched on Jalen's head, recording their adventure with periodic jokes and commentary from the couple. "This is giving notebook vibes," Coco teased, trailing her fingers in the cool water. "You're the tennis version of Rachel McAdams." Jalen grinned. "Except you serve at 120 miles per hour." The laughter echoed softly through the trees, drawing a curious glance from a nearby heron. Spanish moss dangled from the branches overhead, creating an enchanted tunnel they slowly drifted through. All around them, the sounds of nature sang, the calls of tree frogs, the rustle of birds, the occasional splash of turtles dropping off logs into the water. It was perfect, until it wasn't. The unexpected guest. They had been paddling for about an hour when the air grew strangely still. The birds fell silent, and even the water's soft ripples seemed to pause. A low rustling came from the edge of the swampy bank. "Probably just another turtle," Jalen said, squinting through his camera lens. Coco wasn't so sure. Her grip on the paddle tightened. That's when it happened. A pair of golden eyes broke the surface, round, steady, and unblinking. From the murky water emerged a young alligator, maybe 6 or 7 feet long, its ridged tail flicking lazily as it swam directly toward their canoe. "Oh, my God," Coco whispered. "Jalen, that's not a turtle." Jalen froze for a second before kicking into action, grabbing his paddle. "Okay, stay calm. No sudden moves. Don't splash." But Coco was already fumbling for her phone, whispering, "If this is how we go, I want it to be documented." The gator drifted closer, now only a few feet away. Its snout skimmed the surface, nostrils flared. Coco stared at the reptile. "Does he think I'm Serena? Maybe he's a fan," Jalen muttered. Then, as abruptly as it appeared, the gator dipped beneath the water and disappeared. They held their breath. 1 second, 2, 10, nothing. And then Coco exhaled. Okay, that was enough nature for today. Paddling back with a story, their peaceful date had taken a thrilling turn, and the rest of the paddleback was a mixture of nerves and laughter. Jalen couldn't stop replaying the GoPro footage. "I swear your face when it popped up. Iconic. That's going viral." Coco, now reclining back with her legs crossed at the bow, smiled wryly. "You think I'm letting you post that? I'm a Grand Slam winner, not a Discovery Channel host." Back at the dock, they were met by the park ranger, a grizzled man named Mike who'd seen it all. "Y'all ran into Big Snap, huh?" he asked with a chuckle. "He's harmless. Likes to show off." "Big Snap. That thing had the eyes of a Bond villain," Coco replied. Mike grinned. "He likes celebrities. Last week he followed a country singer for 15 minutes. Dinner and decompression. That evening, the couple stopped by a small lakeside shack called the Gator Griddle, a tongue-in-cheek name that suddenly felt ironic. Over fresh fish tacos and Florida orange slushies, they reflected on the day. "You know," Jalen said between bites, "this could have been a disaster, but I think it just made the memory stronger." "I mean, it was either romance or trauma bonding," Coco replied, "and I think we managed both." She took his hand across the table and gave it a squeeze. "Thanks for today, Jay. Even with the reptilian surprise, it was kind of magical." The aftermath online. Of course, the story didn't stay private for long. Jalen did post a heavily edited, gator-free version of their canoe date on Instagram, complete with scenic views, smiling selfies, and one perfectly timed slow-motion paddle splash. But fans, ever the sleuths, picked up on the momentary panic in Coco's eyes during one brief clip. Within hours, the hashtags #GatorGate and #CocoAndTheBeast were trending on tennis Twitter. Gauff, always game, tweeted, "Went on a date, met Gator, survived. 10 out of 10 would recommend. #FloridaThings, Crocodile Red Heart." Even Serena Williams chimed in with, "I thought I taught you to duck faster," face with tears of joy. Back to the court with new energy. The next week, Coco was back on court, her powerful forehands echoing across the practice facility. But something in her energy had shifted, freer, more relaxed, a touch more playful. Coach Diego noticed it first. "You're smiling while hitting today," he said. Coco nodded. "Nature humbles you. So does running from a gator." Jalen, sitting courtside with a camera, grinned. "I should plan your dates more often." Legacy in the making. The story became part of her legend, not just for the titles she was winning or the records she was breaking, but for the life she was living off the court. Young fans at her next tournament held up signs like, "Team Gauff, fearless on and off the court. Serve aces, not gators." In the post-match press conference, a reporter asked if she would consider another canoe date. Coco smirked. "Let's just say next time I'm packing a whistle and bringing Jalen as bait." A date to remember. In the end, the gator encounter became a symbol of their young love, unpredictable, thrilling, a little wild, and undeniably memorable. Love, like life, isn't always calm waters, but as long as they had each other and a paddle, they could navigate anything, even Florida's finest.